Well, today things didn't go as expected. Why am I saying that? Because on one hand, when you look at the overall market, which makes total no sense or makes sense to me, the price action we had today, we're going to cover that in a separate video. But actually, when you look at the market and how bloody it was, you kind of wonder, something may have changed here. Because usually on a day like this where the Dow Jones is losing more than 1,100 points and the S&P 500 is losing more than 160 points, Nasdaq shedding 566 points, the Russell 2000 crushed to almost 3.5%, and the VIX is jumping to almost 20%. There is fear on the street. People are panicking, all right? But you will expect AMC to be down maybe 8-9%, because when you look at the other, the cousin, the brother of AMC, I'm talking about GameStop, it fell through the cracks this morning. It fell through, down 9%. So what in the heck? AMC, it's not red, and it was already up 1% after hours. Well, because what we expected to happen is already started happening, and we talked about it yesterday. I mean, look at how oversold AMC was. Like, it didn't make sense. It wasn't making any sense for this stock to be this much down, this much quick without any news, especially as the company it's making smart moves. Now, let me share two things with you. There's going to be a rotation. We talked about it as well, and I have some evidence to show you, because what used to be the defensive, like the safe haven, like the stocks you used to go to in order to kind of protect your money from falling, compared to if you were invested into, the high growth stocks, the tech stocks, or maybe, the retailers. Those were the retailers, like your Targets, your Home Depots, your Lowe's, your Dollar General, your Dick's Sporting Goods. I mean, these were crushed. As a matter of fact, this is the reason why the stock market, one of the reasons why, because they were the worst performers. Like, if you checked Target, Kroger, Walmart, they are all down significantly this week. Why? Because we have news coming from that inflation is biting them in the butt, which is not a surprise, right? Which is not a surprise. Now, if those stocks that used to be the defensive, if those stocks used to be the go-to stocks in a market like this one, and AMC, on the other hand, is making acquisitions. We're going to talk about it also in a separate video. AMC, it's kind of in a sweet spot where it's very cheap, all right? It's very cheap. It doesn't matter, who type of investors you are. It's very cheap. Plus, that cheap is getting scooped up by major investors, institutions. And this is exactly a repeat of what we used to see prior to the run-up in June and prior to all the different squeezes we saw in AMC. Even Seeking Alpha is telling us that another short squeeze is coming soon. Posted today, March 18 at 6:27 p.m. Eastern. So it's really, really fresh, all right? And they talk about the fact that the short interest is really, really, high, even though that is not the real short interest. We know why. And institutions and hedge funds are buying up in the stock, like, significantly. This shouldn't go astray, because when somebody like Ray Dalio buys, people are going to likely follow suit. And that's why I think today the price didn't move as much, because at some point, if the market didn't puke like it did today, you're probably going for maybe another, 18%, 15% minimum green day. That's what I think. So it means that people who have the ability to sell, at least at this point, are already on their toes, because the money flowing from these plays are going to come to a space like AMC. The money coming out of the stocks that were used to be the safe haven are underperforming, because of bad surprise earnings. People are going to take the money out of those stocks and put it somewhere where you can make a quick buck in a short amount of time. Maybe to recover your losses you made there, or just to be sure that you ride the wave up, because AMC will likely not remain in the tens for much more longer, at least given what we're seeing now. So, very interesting.